Good morning, everyone. Um, Thanks to those that tuned in yesterday for the live exercise class. And thank you to those that watched it on YouTube or watched it on our Facebook page afterwards. I hope you all enjoyed that workout. Today is going to be an educational topic. We're going to talk about fall prevention. So it's going to be mainly along the lines of what you can do in your own home to make it more safe and avoid falling, tripping, things like that. So I want to start off by saying most of the information that I'm going to talk about here today comes from the National Institute on Aging. They have a great article on fall proofing for your home. So if you want a little bit more in-depth read, I highly recommend searching that. Again, it's the National Institute on Aging fall proofing. So I want to start off by saying that one of the best ways that you can prevent falling is to get in a regular exercise class that's going to help improve your balance and stability. This is step number one. So you want to practice those balance and stability. You want to be able to practice those pretty much on a daily basis. They're really going to set the foundation for fall prevention. So currently we have balance and stability exercise classes on our YouTube channel. So head over there, check them out. Sometimes on here with the tips, we do some balance educational topics. So you can go back and look at those as well. So just making sure that you're practicing those balance and stability exercises pretty much daily or most days of the week is really going to set you up for success. So now let's talk about what we can do around the house to help prevent falling. So I think pretty obviously number one is going to be cleaning up all the clutter. So making sure that the floors are clear. For me, this would be like cleaning up cat toys scattered around the apartment here, or shoes by the entrance, whatever it may be that is on the floor that you might not see while you're walking. So making sure your floors are clear. Also, giving yourself enough space between furniture. So if you have a dining room table, just make sure that you have enough space between the table and the wall that you can easily walk through there without tripping on a chair leg or stumbling against the wall, something like that. Just making sure, giving yourself enough space to walk comfortably. All right, next up is going to be all about footwear. Just making sure you're selecting the right shoe for whatever activity that you are partaking in. So for exercise classes, you're going to want a shoe that's supportive, has some grip to it, probably breathable, something that's going to allow you to move freely and doesn't restrict your movement, and as well gives you some support in the ankles, helps with balance, things like that. If you're just walking around the house, if you have hardwood floors or something of the sorts, just make sure that you have some socks with a little bit of grip on it. I know especially after we clean our floors, they tend to get pretty slippery. So just make sure that you have some sort of grip there. Next up is going to be about lighting. So making sure that wherever you happen to be walking or moving through is a well-lit area. So, you can see Maya here. She wants to be in the video today. For me, we have a fairly dark hallway that doesn't have any windows or is kind of shut off from all light. We do have a light there in the hallway, but typically I don't turn it on just because I don't consider myself at risk for falling. So just make sure, when you're walking down the basement stairs, you flick that light switch at the top of the stairs so you can easily see the light or the stairs and things like that, any other trip hazards that might be in the way. Going along with the stairs, make sure you use assistive items like handrails, grab bars, things like that. So, they're typically there for a reason. So make sure that you got one hand on the railing, watching where you're stepping, things like that. As far as grab bars, maybe in the shower, next to the toilet, areas like that where you need that extra leverage to pull yourself up. And then another great one is a non-slip or a non-skid mat for the shower. I don't have one myself, but typically that goes on the bottom of the shower pan, whatever it's called, I guess, or the bottom of the tub if you have a shower tub combo, and just gives you a little bit of traction in the shower so that you don't slip and fall. And my last little bit of advice here is going to be keeping all those things in mind that we just talked about. Just walk around your home and take a mental note of all of these things. So knowing where those assistive devices are, knowing where your light switches are, one at the bottom of the stairs, one at the top, if you have those, things like that, just to make sure you're properly using them. Also transitions from, say, hardwood or tile to carpet. They have that lip there, so make sure you're aware of where all those are so that you don't accidentally trip on them. Another important one would be rugs. Make sure you take mental note of where your rugs are. Again, kind of transition to carpets, things like that, so that you don't accidentally trip and fall on those. And then as well as furniture, just get comfortable moving around the furniture. I know it might be hard for some of us to move the furniture around if you don't have that adequate amount of space, but as best we can, just keeping that open, flowing pathways that we can move through. That's what I have on fall prevention for today. So again, all this information, most of this information came from the National Institute on Aging in their article called Fall Proofing. So head on over, Google that, and you'll be able to get a little bit more in-depth reading on fall proofing in your home. Thanks for tuning in today. Once again, thanks for tuning in every day. Keep on checking out those YouTube videos. Again, we have balance and stability videos up on our channel, so check those out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.